So what's poppin', man? What's good in in the world of Woodley?
Not much, man. I just want to apologize to the fans first off for the quality of the audio. We normally like to do our things grade A, but we had a breaking news situation, and we wanted to make sure that we got this to you first on the Morning Wood Show before anybody else try to put stuff out. So yeah, that's why we came to you guys. So forgive us. We always A1 when it comes to quality. So if you hear a couple crackles, don't try to throw us under the bus.
Yeah, don't kill us too bad, man. But we want to try to break this news out. So, Tyron, like, what prompted you to want to break it first and here anyway?
I've been trying to see who my next opponent is going to be to either go up to fight Bisping or defend my belt, whether it's Maya, whether it's Nick Diaz, whether it's a rematch or whatever. And I was kind of torn between, opponents. It's a great opportunity. Yeah, it's great that, I'm in a position where so many people that want to fight me or want to fight for the belt that, I was kind of torn on what made the most sense. Obviously, we talked about this all the time, Dean. All of these guys are someone that I'm going to fight at some point. But who's the one that makes the most sense to fight right now? And then here recently, last night, I started seeing some stuff on Twitter. Wonderwoman, I want to call him Wonder, but I promised my lady Julie at American Top Team, who gave me the scripture Matthew 5:16, and I won't succumb to the foolery that I did last year. So I'm gonna try to keep it on PG-13. But I saw Wonder Boy campaigning online like a childish woman, showing a battle agreement saying, "I'm waiting on you." He had plenty of opportunities to say something. He saw a little buzz going on with me and Bisping, so he wanted to try to get involved. That kind of annoyed me, because that's not what a fighter would do, especially a fighter who clearly was never in controversy of winning the fight. The only controversy is if I won the fight or if the fight was a draw, and I just don't like the over entitlement that Mrs. Wonderboy, Wonder Woman, whatever you want to call them, is displaying right now. I kind of got underneath my skin.
Yeah, so maybe he was just a little jealous that he wasn't getting no attention.
He is jealous, but the whole thing is he gets the promotion, he gets the push, he gets all the Q&As, he gets all the appearances. He has the opportunity to promote himself. Now, when I'm going out there and I'm making, way out of no way, and I'm promoting myself, I don't need you to step in there and get involved with my business. You had, like in hindsight, you had your opportunity to prove you're the best in the world. You had 5 full rounds to show everybody what you had. You had no moment where you hurt me. You had no moment where people thought you were just completely dominating, taking the wheel of the fight. You never had that moment. So, yeah, I've had fights where I didn't feel like I did what I was supposed to do. But did I go back and say, hey, I want a rematch instantly with Rory McDonald or Jake Shields and Nate Marquardt? No, I took my L like a man. I got back to the drawing board, and I got back in the gym, and I got better, and I got stronger, and I got more well-rounded, and I became a champion. That's what you do. So I just don't have time for it.
Yeah, man, it sounds like you and him he got under your skin for real, man.
He got under my skin so much, then you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and fight this dude. Like, straight up. He got under my skin that bad where I don't even care about the ration and the money and what fight makes most sense. Like, you need to be careful what you ask for. Wonder Boy, you want it? Come get it. You want to fight? You want to get done worse than you did the first time? Like some people got to be real careful. Like you can lift weights, you can gain weight, you can take a whey casing mixed blend protein shake 3-4 times a day. It don't matter. You're not going to make up for 20 years of wrestling. You're not going to make up for sheer athleticism, power, conditioning, mindset, and hunger. Those things that are just in you. You can't make that up in 6 weeks. So he going to get in the octagon, and he going to be in for a rude awakening, because if he thought that was something the last time, I'm going all the way up.
Damn. But when do you say? Hold on, wait a minute. This is March 4th?
March 4th. So let's get this baby in gear, dude.
Man, that's coming, man. That's coming right around the corner. And you know how I am, man. When it comes to stuff like this, man, I drop whatever to get involved, man. So like, It's on and popping now, man. Let's start organizing. Let's get this thing together, man, and let's take care of business, man.
Yeah, so you guys heard it here first on the Morningwood Show, March 4th, UFC 209 in Las Vegas, Nevada, at what I believe to be the T-Mobile Center. You will see Wonderboy get the worst ass whooping of his life, and hopefully all his fans and all his overly entitlement deceased at that moment, and we can do a eulogy for it.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I mean, I guess, you know what? I mean, it would be good to do that too, man, because, and this is something that I had talked about when I was talking with TJ on his show, is that, you know, you don't want it to be close, you know, the second time around, because then he gonna come back and want to fight again. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want that type of trilogy with this dude. You know, this dude ain't worthy of that. So let's get him out of there, man. Let's take care of business. Let's let him never want to fight. Let's let him never want to step in the cage with you ever again. This is the worst mistake of his life.
I want him to tremble when I walk past him, like it's a flashback on when I knocked him to the canvas and he woke up and the referee was counting ABC 1, 2, 3 with him. Like I'm just so tired of our sport, man. I'm so tired of these guys that think this is a way. My baby in the back heard me say ABC 1, 2, 3, so she started kicking in the ABCs. I'm just tired of these guys, man, that just feel entitled, man. I mean, I don't know another way to put it. You know, this guy, granted, he beat Johnny Hendricks. As we've seen, Johnny is not the same Johnny he's been. Rory McDonald will never be the same Rory McDonald after the fight with Robbie Lawler. Not taking away from anything of his performance, but he beat those two guys back to back. He did deserve a title shot. He got that shot. How many fighters you know that got that shot that didn't come through, didn't get the W? And whatever happened to the phrase, you have to beat the champion? Is that a lost art? Can you go in there and make it close with the champion and walk away and walk around as if you're the champion? I'm just not cool with the way the fight was promoted. It's almost like I was the challenger. I don't like the fact that the challenger think he can call the shots. I don't like his fans. Man, after I whoop his butt, I don't even want you as fans. Stay with him.
He said, I don't like his fans.
I don't. They like his fans just make me feel like they in the country in a rally somewhere, you know, burning you know what. I just don't like the just sheer racism that comes with just a conversation about fighting him. And people have a short-term memory. How would I be scared of somebody I just fought? The first time he said I was scared of him, Dean, we already had the fight signed. Yeah. I had already signed the fight, and they just hadn't announced it yet, and he was saying I was scared. I'm like, that is ridiculous. And then I'm the only one that damaged 2 or 3 knockdowns in one round, nearly close to a submission finish, power punches in the first round, ground and pound, 4 minutes of unanswered top control, and you couldn't even buy a minute to get up off the ground. So why would I be scared of him?
I don't know, man. But you know how a lot of MMA fans are, man. A lot of MMA fans are either WWE fans or have that mentality of WWE fans. And they don't realize that this is totally different because this is real life and not like some pretend where, you know, they don't necessarily have to take it as personal as we do that are involved in the industry, because this is all real life, man. And like when they be talking all this garbage and saying, "Oh, you scared?" I mean, that's the type of stuff you say in for WWE people.
Yeah, literally. This is real. This ain't fake.
Yeah, this is real life. Yeah. Yeah, it's not like sometimes have to deal with it.
And it's not like, Dean, it's not like it's a situation where people couldn't go back and rewatch the fight. He can go back and rewatch the fight. It's like, you know, it's not even a situation. The fight was, it was a good fight, but was it really that close of a fight? It was 3 rounds that were really close, right?
Yeah.
2 rounds that we don't even have to talk about. Round 1 and 4, we don't even have to discuss. Now, you mean to tell me out of those 3 rounds that were close, I didn't win one of those rounds? And if I did, now all we got to do is just say, okay, I won. Once you admit that I won and be real with yourself, then I'll come up off the self-entitlement. Then I'll come up off, you know, me feeling like you are overly deserving of things that you're not. Like, it's not that hard, guys. 2 rounds were completely lopsided. 3 rounds outside of that were very close. He never dominated one round of the entire fight. So now if you can tell me that I did not win either either round 2, round 3, or round 5, I would agree with you. He deserves a rematch. But I do believe I won round 3. I also do believe one of those rounds would have been a 10-8, round 1 or 4, or maybe both. Some guys might think 10-4. The 4th round was a 10-7. And then on the 3rd category, some people would have even stopped the fight. You know what I mean? So, like, it's 3 different ways I could have won that fight. You know what I mean? Winning 3 rounds. Yeah. You know what I mean? Winning 2 rounds by 10-8. Or a different referee seeing how badly battered he was and stepping in and stopping the fight.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to think that the 4th round was a 10-7. But even more than that, like with the way they're going to be scoring their fights, apparently in 2017, which is they're going to be more lenient with giving them 10-8s and even a 10-7s, you would have definitely won that fight. It's just too bad that, they just tend to give it a 10-9 because that's just what they're so used to. Or, yeah, because even the 1st round could have been a 10-8. So it's unfortunate that they don't score them a little bit better based on damage and close to finishing.
But from this point forward, Dino, I'm going to commit to taking this dude out in the most embarrassingly worst fashion. And with that said, that last fight's in the dust. I ain't going to cry over spilled milk. I ain't going to cry over what round, who did what, where, when, where. That fight's in the dust. It's done. It's over with. This is a new fight, the most important fight in my life, not only for just to continue to be the champion and keep my belt. I can't allow myself to lose to him and what he stands for and what his fans stand for and this overly entitled group of individuals that are in mixed martial arts. I can't let myself lose to that. So with that said, let's get to work and let's get this party on the go.
Yeah, man, I'm ready, man. I look forward to it, man. It's going to be a good camp. I'm going to start organizing it. As soon as we get off the horn, I got to start organizing it. And the people going to see something entirely different on March 4th. And definitely tune into that because it's going to be something special.
I don't even want to talk no more, guys. We're cutting this podcast short.
Yeah.
You guys just listen to the Morning Wood Show.